Sequels. We both love them and hate them. Because of the good sequels, we've had some well-loved franchises, while bad sequels have left us wondering why would we want to play more of what they're putting out. But sometimes a game we played has been so great that we want so badly for there to be another game, good or bad, just so we can experience more of the world, spend more time with the characters, or just have more. I'm certain you talk to anyone that has been playing games for any length of time, and they'll have a list of games they wish they could have a sequel for. So here's mine. Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and today I'm counting down the top 10 games I think need a sequel. If you have some that don't show up on this list, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Number 10, Coffee Talk. This is the most recent game on this list, but it's definitely worth talking about. Coffee Talk is a charming game of coffee, socializing, and making connections. It's heartwarming and interesting, and is the right cup of comfort that a lot of people could use right now. You know what else? It makes me want to hear more stories. The setting is a rain-drenched Seattle, and there is so much potential for more characters, returning characters, and new stories that I really hope there is more. And considering the ending, no spoilers here, there's a ton of chance they could even be in other cities or other countries and still be wonderful. Number 9, Total Annihilation. Originally released during the height of the real-time strategy craze on PC, Total Annihilation offered some excellent gameplay, lots of units, and absolutely massive maps for multiplayer. While it only offered 2 factions, the unit variety combined with a lot of strategic flexibility gave players a lot of tactical options during the game. While we did get Total Annihilation Kingdoms, a real-time strategy with a fantasy twist, and Planetary Annihilation is a successor of sorts, I would love to see a return to the conflict between the Arm and the Core, maybe with new factions, even bigger maps, and a whole lot more unit options. There's so much to explore here, and well, even Total Annihilation Kingdoms is worthy of being on this list as well. Bring on the Annihilation. Number 8, Warhammer 40k Space Marine. There are a lot of Warhammer games out there, and I mean a lot of Warhammer games out there, from the excellent Dawn of War franchise to the fun hack and slash Vermintide. But what got left behind was Space Marine. This third-person shooter snubbed hiding behind chest-high walls in favor of visceral takedowns and brutal weapons that complement the Ultramarines so well. A decent story centered around Captain Titus and his team of Ultramarines as they take on the Orc hordes and defend the planet. The one downside to this one is that it had a cliffhanger ending that left me wanting to see what else was left in this story. It had multiplayer, which was alright, but I think could be vastly improved upon in a sequel. Getting to play a multiplayer from a variety of different Marine chapters, a PvE horde mode against orcs, Tyranids, or Chaos, getting more deep Space Marine story and lore. Yes please, can we have some more? Someone speak to the Emperor. We want more Space Marine. Number 7. Timesplitters Future Perfect. Okay, so admittedly this is the third game in the Timesplitters franchise, but honestly it expanded and improved on the previous games with so much flair, humor, and style. Lots of game modes, characters, weapons, and a funny story that parodied many other franchises. A sequel would have so much material to work from and so many opportunities for fun game modes, multiplayer fun both online and couch. Oh, please make sure there's couch multiplayer. This has a lot of potential. And with the games historically featuring amazing map editors, the opportunity for amazing user-made content just seems like a win all around. We keep getting rumors of sequels and remakes for this franchise, but so far it seems to be nothing but hopes. Number 6, Dark Cloud 2. What? Another sequel? Isn't this a video about games that need sequels? It is. And this is a game well deserving of a sequel. Dark Cloud 2 is an excellent RPG from the PS2 made by Level 5. A brilliant follow-up to Dark Cloud, which expanded on the town-building mechanics and added more weapon upgrading, mini-games, and more places to explore. While we have had some wonderful games from Level 5, including Ni no Kuni 1 and 2, I really want to go back to exploring with the Atlamillia and building some more towns. Number 5, Super Mario RPG. A collaboration between Squaresoft and Nintendo turned into something wonderful. Super Mario RPG jumped onto the Super Nintendo in 1996 and was a great success. Blending lovable Nintendo characters including Mario, Bowser, and Princess Peach, and introducing us to characters like Geno and Mallow, Super Mario RPG gave us a fun RPG experience that is still much loved to this day. While the Paper Mario games are a spiritual sequel, and it is an excellent franchise in its own right, myself and many others would love to see Mario return in this style of RPG. We want to see what Geno is up to. We truly would. Number 4, Jade Empire. Martial arts action and BioWare storytelling? What's not to love about this? A hidden gem in the BioWare library of games, Jade Empire is a fun RPG that seems to have become largely forgotten about in recent years. A good martial arts system that offered many styles, combined with good story writing and interesting characters, served this game really well, and everyone I know that played the game really enjoyed it. A sequel could take advantage of modern hardware to provide some truly stunning third-person action combat, blending and switching between martial arts styles. Add the potential for a very different story from BioWare's recent works, and we could get something really awesome. We want everybody kung fu fighting. Number 3, Bloodborne. Bloodborne, one of the best exclusives on the PS4, taking the Souls formula and making the combat faster, and then thrusting it into a beautiful Lovecraftian Gothic setting. Bloodborne was a masterpiece. It's really no surprise that fans are clamoring for a sequel. Many want to explore more of Yharnam, yearning to dig deeper into the Hunter's lore. And now with Demon's Souls getting a remaster, and Elden Ring hiding somewhere in the shadows, we are searching the dark to see if we might be getting more of this horrifically beautiful world. Beware the pale blood and bring us more Bloodborne. Number 2, Final Fantasy VI. We have sequels and prequels galore for Final Fantasy VII. We've gotten sequels for 4, for 10, and 12, and 13. But what of Terra, Locke, and the gang? Magic may be gone from the world, but there is so much left to explore. How are our heroes coping and surviving in a world of ruin they have to face? There are definitely other Final Fantasy games I could have just as easily put on this list, but I think that of the classics, this is the one I would love to revisit. What about a Tomb Raider, Uncharted-style third-person adventure game with Locke and Celeste exploring ancient ruins? Treasure hunting. I'd definitely play something like that. Number 1, Legend of Dragoon. What other game have I heard many people wanting a sequel for, other than Legend of Dragoon? Lost amidst the release of Final Fantasy games on the PlayStation 1, The Legend of Dragoon has since gained quite a following. With a unique combat system that bucked the press X to win style of many other JRPGs, it followed the adventures of Dart, a young man who sets out on a quest and gains the power of the Dragoon. A good musical score and unique gameplay elements, combined with challenging battles, kept players busy. It's hard not to find a place where RPG fans gather that doesn't have somebody wanting a sequel, or at the very least an HD remastering for the current generation. Will we ever see a return of the powers of the Dragoons? Only time will tell. So there we have my picks for games I wish would get a sequel. Is there any games you think deserve a continuation to their story? Maybe a sequel that tells the story of a younger generation in that world? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to know when another video is live. And then join me on the other social media and let's chat games. Have fun, keep gaming, and I will see you all next time.
It's time to split.
Right. Whatever.